All right, buddy. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Whoever's here, welcome back. If you can hear me, just let me know that you guys are here, okay? Please, because it shows zeros everywhere. It's because I'm I'm exposing already too much. I'm exposing too much and they know it and there's nothing they can do. I'm exposing too much, and so like I said, you guys, I cannot comment. My YouTube is really a shadow banned. It is the tricks that are happening to it. I'm surprised. This is actually it's still working. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. So I think a lot of it you guys didn't see, but it because they want to scramble the warning because I had to give them the warning, but they got it. They got it. I'm gonna repeat it again. And yeah, they got it. They don't want to be exposed. All right. Sounds good, Bobby. Okay. So you guys, so this is gonna be part two to Warlocks, Dark Priest, and Shapeshifters. So these people are getting warnings right now that their stuff is not working because the earth is gone through a process and is going through a process of healing itself. So the stuff that they used to do in order to control it and to keep the invasion of human consciousness going and sort of keep that way and have control with the cult, siphoning the energy from humanity and continue doing it on all levels. They don't like the exposure, but they're gonna have to be exposed, you guys, because this is Saturn retrograde and there is going to be a lot of exposure within the next couple of months. And so these people, because that's all they know, is they know occult way and they know the dark priest way. They know the dark arts. That's all they know. They've surrendered their soul to that entity, to that entity. Okay, there's an entity. It is an entity. Okay, there's two sides to this coin. There's a female side to it, which I went and investigated. This is why I had to go through a justice system, the whole system, and to see, in order to see how the other side of the coin, so I could see the other side of the coin, because my handler wannabe provided me with access to all of their high level priests of this group, right? So I had access through him. Other side, I needed to go through a different experience in order to understand how the occult operates. This is why when in 2014 I came out, all of these occultists came out after me because they wanted to know what it is and how did I know what I know. This was their biggest puzzle to them because they're compartmentalized, okay, and they just do whatever they're told, right? So that they just receive their orders, they're different kind of orders and all of that stuff. They do their signs and all of that. But anyway, but they do have groups, and then they have a lot of dark spiritualists. So this is your dark witches. This is the witches' covens. This is your all of that stuff, and things like that. These people they live by it because that's all they got. They sold their soul to the demon. They got initiated, and initiation is the sin that is not forgiven. So they basically curse themselves and then they curse their bloodline. And then in order to degrade their own bloodline, because they have to degrade their own bloodline, they go into this sort of state where they have to degrade their own bloodline because they have now cursed themselves and cursed the bloodline up to 7 generations, right? So this is why the abuse of children, and this is why it's fathers and have to do it to their children so they can what they teach in here, they teach it, liberate children sexually. You have to do that. Oh, they liberate children sexually. They're so proper, you know. They're half retarded, must have graduated from Harvard. They're so special. Oh, they're proper. Lily, you don't speak so proper. And they laugh and laugh and laugh while giving me all the evidence of their treason. And they laugh and laughed and laughed. What do you mean, even the lower degree? Oh, the initiations is always there. It's always in blood. So when it's in blood, it's for your bloodline because that's the whole DNA. But then they have to deteriorate them sort of on the mental level because it's a Bobby, it's an interesting subject, and this is what was very, I mean, I went into learning all about all of those subjects. I mean, you guys, I've done so much growth in this last couple of years. It's incredible. Anyway, so but today I had to give a warning to them because I had to explain what it is that I do. And so the people attacking me here, that was set up to kind of set me up here at the place where already they actually, I don't know what's the body count. They're overdosing because it's a trap house. It's a trap house. It's not a church. It's a new age community using new age ideas and new age things to siphon the energy. They are calling themselves Christian church, but what they truly are is clowns. And literally, this is so funny. Literally, you go to church and here's Jean dressed like a clown. Literally looks like a clown. If you guys don't believe me, go check it out for yourself. Dressed like a clown. I burst in fucking tears laughing so much when I first saw it. I'm like, isn't that obvious? But you guys, I had to stay undercover. So, but I couldn't believe it. He thought that I was falling for that bullshit. He wanted me to become a member. I'm like, have you seen my videos? All right, so I had to do cards when I was on my way back. So what came out is I had to give them warning about the land here in Oceanside because they've already halfway started preparing for the next level, how to and me, because what is happening on that land right now is just the effect of the land attempting to heal and release the energy that's no longer needed there. So so what is happening is, and also so I have nothing to do with it, but because these idiots believe in black magic and all of that stuff, and they go to readers to put a spell on and do this and do that, well, I read cards in a different way. This is my tool. It just, my spirit extends me that this is always for confirmation. Always for confirmation. Why did karma came out first? I sang that song in the last one. I said, I don't know why it came out. My mouth, that song came on last minute. That song came out. I am your karma. It's a lost age community, Ramos. Look at them. Look at the Goyim TV. Look at David Wilcock. He's talking about Archangel Michael. He's talking about stuff that's written in these cards that people wrote who went through their own experience. I have, this is called Spirit Tarot. because it has spiritual meaning to it. And it has 22 cards, not 21. So it has the card, the ultimate card. 22, the master card. So this is why it's spiritual cards that I have. But anyway, first card came out, karma. So what happens is, anytime any of you idiots that don't know the whole thing, how it works, I have to give them warning, because what they're trying to do is involve the land as they used to, but the land is no longer has that energy within it. So when they do their rituals, specifically death rituals, the karma is instant. And I've talked about this probably 7 years ago, about instant karma. This is that I did not know in 2012 or 2014, no, 2015. In 2015, what the space dusting process is going to look like. It's a purge, okay? The land is going through a purge, and it's going to purge through people, because we are extension of it. This is how our soul comes through being. We are beings of earth. We are physically of the same construction as earth. We are 77% water. Earth is 77% water. So anyway, I think we've lost a couple of people, I think, because of this thing. But anyway, so I have to give warning to dark priests tonight, to warlocks, and to shapeshifters. Shapeshifters are the energy vampires. Those are your, Club Idiots Assembly agents that pretend to be church priests, okay, and all of that stuff. The religion is infiltrated with this people. All of their pastors have to be members, okay? So the whole religion, I wasn't wrong when I put religion on that big wheel of deception. I wasn't wrong. So karma, and karma becomes instant. So this is almost like continuation in a way, or more explanation, because on that time in 2015, I could not comprehend how this process is going to look like. But in my prediction, I said in 2023 to 2024, this is when it's going to start. And it's going to turn the timeline, and they're going to go back to 2012, where that reality is going to implode. Okay. So the reason why Spirit guided me to go through the cards, because so I could understand what they wanted to attempt again on my life. It's not the first time. They want to do it again. And this is what's going to happen. The tower will fall immediately. So basically, this is what will happen. Tower will fall, and the death will occur. This was what was on the bottom of the deck. This was a confirmation for me that this was all the right time, because like I said the last time, it's about divine timing. So now since I given that warning, and now they understand what I am not doing that to them. It's the intent of the land to stay free of that shit. It won't allow it. It won't allow it. So this is why it won't happen the way they think that used to happen. And Ramos, oh my God, they literally stole my identity so they could find money that I don't have. But they thought I had money. They literally stole my identity, committing all kinds of crimes. It's just and their church. Oh no, they're not trap house. Oh no. They're not part of trafficking corridor of California at all. Oh no, not at all. Just how many overdoses have happened on this land, on that land? How many of them are real overdoses? Forced. And how many of those are forced? There's reeks of death. Reeks of death when I walked in there first time. Oh Lord, it reeks of death. It was death. And guess what happened? You guys, I'm telling you, and I'm telling them, and I will tell you why I have the right to say what I said right now. I have the right to speak it. I have the right to speak my truth because God's showing me who done it and what they've done it. Because I did have to die in order to see it, and in order to be present, in order to witness in spirit world what was taking place. They thought I was just alone. Stupid, dumb, blunt. That's what they thought. Because they thought they're powerful. The powerful. The graduated from Harvard. The powerful. Who have retarded, powerful. Elevator doesn't go to the top floor at all. You guys, my handler wannabe, elevator does not compute at all. Does not go to the top floor at all. Elevator do not go to top floor. But they're powerful. They're powerful in groups. They're powerful in groups. So, what happened? When I stood there, looked him in the eye, and said, if you did that, you're going to experience that. The next day, his body started decomposing. So, don't tell me what you wish upon me doesn't happen to you that I wished it upon you. All I said is what you wish upon me, may it happen to you. That's all I said. Whatever you wish upon me, you will experience every bit of it. What you wish upon me, you experience every bit of it. Because I am the karma. I do not deal with people or the demons that they conjure up to attack me because they think I am doing that to them. No, it's the land. Because I walked that land for 8 months. 8 months to figure out what the heck is happening there. And oh boy, what did I find out? It scared the living crap out of me at first. But then it was for just a split second. And then I was like, oh, this is why I'm here. And I knew what I needed to do. So, and I've done what I needed to do, and I have no contracts with anyone in this group. neither males or females. So that's why none of your shit will work on me, because it cannot stick, bitches. Genetic royalty, bitch. You don't get it. And sorry, you guys, that because these people are just like so dumb. This is why I call them half retarded, because these bitches have graduated from fucking Harvard. And the bitch doesn't understand that when you do a freaking death spell on a divine being that does work for Earth and only Earth, you think that nothing's gonna happen? Oh, you're gonna undo it? Let's see how you're gonna undo it. And now I had to say this because this half retarded need to hear it, that you cannot do that any longer because the energy is no longer there. The earth does not support that activity on that specific land. So that's why it cannot be happening there any longer. So that's why exposure, it has to happen. And this is why you're under investigation for all the crimes. And this is why, hello, police investigators, this is why it has to be military investigation, because you, darlings, are all involved. And I've got all the records on it. So, but, oh, you upset that I can call you half retarded? Because you freaking graduated from Harvard? All right. Let's see how that gonna go. Let's see how that gonna go for you. So try that again. Let's see what happens. I had to deal with so much, you guys. And so I had to give this warning to them today. Earth had enough of your shit. Enough. So thank you guys for being patient. But you will notice that a lot of things will be happening in the next couple of months that will be this kind of exposure, where people will not be able, what you're witnessing right now, and with the subject that I went through, what they put me through is the subject that I talked about, which was way before anybody ever found out about that laptop. What did I talk about? Yeah, we're going to get to that point where we're going to be able to talk about Obama's blankets in Ukraine at child porn factories. We're going to get to the point. We're going to talk about the $1 billion secret in Ukraine. We're going to get to it. And so, speaking of, Karen, where are you? She laughed. She did not like. She did not like it, that I asked her how the aliens worked out for her. All right. Well, anyway, Karen, are you still here? No, she's not here. All right, you guys. But anyway, so the whole thing was it actually went really deep in investigating all of that stuff. And you guys know that Go MTV, they and all of that stuff, they wanted my intellectual property. Oh my God, these people are so stupid. I mean, they're so stupid. It's just funny to me now. But anyway, so right now, but they're not too stupid fight for their life. Okay. So they will fight for their life. And that means if they need to do something terrible and sacrifice themselves, they're going to have to do it. So what we're witnessing right now is attempts to cover up, like what you're seeing with the deal that went through for Hunter, right? What you see in political world, in all of that stuff, you see all of that attempts to sort of cover up things that are just clownish, right? So they, I mean, clowns have to clown. And in a way, in the same way, what they're doing is they have to be visible with their abuse of power. The abuse of power is coming to the surface. So it's unavoidable. And this is why they've done all this to, this is why all of the people, the true prophets, the those that bring the brought the intent for the humanity, collective humanity, to heal or to stop the cycle of abuse or to expose it or anything, they always eliminated those people one way or another. This was the attempt, and this was the order. This was the order. And they all followed it. And so this is why I said, in the end, even though many of them, they don't believe that in the end it's not gonna end well for them. They don't believe it because they counted on that invisible power that they didn't know where it comes from. They didn't know that it's secondhand. They think they can always get access to it, but they can't. It's like when they go open the faucet and there is no water. Well, this group, they know about another trick that it's under sink. There is another sort of thing you can close it. So they think it's their, higher level, that they have access to that. Well, there is another level that they don't know anything about, because it's Earth collective human consciousness that it has mind of its own. In a way, it's our ancestral wisdom that is within, contains of this earth, that is working through us right now. This is why we're doing this, where we're doing, how we're doing it. So, but basically for them, because they're cursed. They're cursed. So that's all they want to do, is curse others, so then they can bring down to that level again. And so they only have power through that. And when they do, this is what then the higher ups are then have the access, the ones that have the access underneath the thing sink, because the first, second, and third level, they only have different faucets, because they're always spread out. The first level doesn't know what's going on with the second level. The second level doesn't know what's going on with the third level. The third level doesn't really know what's going on above them. They don't know anything. So basically, I had to give a warning to warlocks today and dark priests to understand, so they can understand that their stuff is no longer, your magic trick has been known, and it has been sort of, how to say, it's not allowed anymore. Okay, not allowed anymore. It does not work. Your thing that you cover in your hand is see-through. Okay. Your little fabric that you think you cover in your hand with and nobody sees it is actually, in spiritual world, was always see-through. It's just that you had to live out and inquire that karma that you curse yourself with, so then you can go space dust, because that's the only way for them to go, is space dust, because they sold their soul. There's no more soul energy in that body. It's not a vehicle, it's an entity operating that body. That's what occultists are. This is why they have to look at things to trigger their knowledge. It doesn't come from within. It's not gnosis. It's not knowing from within. This is why they're so big on the and all of that stuff, because they have retarded. They need to look at, oh, what am I supposed to do? What does that mean? Because why, if you're all Christ-like, if you're all masters on the master path, how come you have to have 3 different levels of secrets on how to be a master? Don't work like that. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. You just a slave that think that you are in charge. You're a slave master. You're a master of slavery. That's all you are. They're masters of slavery. That's what they are. Masters of slaves and slavery. They only know slavery. They don't know freedom. They don't know spiritual freedom to receive information from God, to have faith, to have faith. They don't know what faith is. The warlocks, the dark priests, they don't know anything. And this is why all of them have to go to their meetings. This is why they have to share the energy that they siphon from others. This is why they're always in secret. Occult, this just means secret. Because there's secrets, dark secrets. And they're all are exposing. They're all being exposed by people like you, like me. And then the trick will no longer work. And so this is why I'm saying, every one of you out there who practice the dark way, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and prepare. Because you will be receiving karma. Prepare accordingly to receive the karma that you put out there. Prepare accordingly. Not my fault. I did not send it to you. None of it. In fact, what I told this retard, the handler wannabe, half retarded, graduated from Harvard, what I told him, I hope and I wish for you that you find that piece of eternity within you somehow, some way. That was my last words. Not of anger. Because I know God showed me what his karma is. And it ain't putty. It ain't putty. And when I saw that, I said, God, I've seen enough. And I let it go forever and ever. And I've forgiven because I've seen the karma. And right there, God showed me so that then I can forgive. Forgive for wanting me dead. Forgive for poisoning me. Forgive for all of that. Attempts. I just forgave. Never will I ever see that face again. Because I cut it off forever and ever. There's nothing that could ever be any different from what it was. And believe it or not, you guys, for years, I spoke the truth. I said, I am here with you to figure out how you were made this way. And he just looked at me. And he's just computing. I'm like, I'm just stuck. I am learning. I learned for 42 years. An individual that was possessed so I can do what I need to do for that individual to free it. So I had to study that individual for 42 years in order to know the entity. So you think that me being around you for a few years and telling to you to your face what this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm infiltrating you guys. You're giving me access. Come on, give it to me more. Well, I wasn't saying this exactly, but I did tell him to his face, I am figuring out how you were made this way, because it's, you guys, very deep. It goes very deep. My study of consciousness and what's been done to it goes very deep. I cannot study human consciousness and investigate human consciousness invasion without learning about the invasion and infection of human consciousness and what makes individual to be that way. And what I've learned is horrid. It's horrid for those of us that have feelings, the kind of abuse that these people are go through because they're cursed by their own parents. By their own parents. By their own parents. So, of course, I don't have anger. And then to seeing the karma that's coming to these people, I weep for them. But they don't know any difference. There is no emotions, there's no empathy, there's nothing. Because nothing is left. It's like a meat suit. It is literally like a meat suit, you guys. It's so sad, but at the same time, I just couldn't believe it that it's possible to degrade a bloodline to that level. Because it's a bloodline that I studied. It's a bloodline that responsible for the Bible. For the way it is now. King James. So that's the bloodline I needed to study in order to understand what it takes for that kind of. So of course, and this is why I said, any of you out there in the new age who thought that they could be me, that they were stealing my stuff and all of that stuff, and go MTV, all of you put together, how many of you there? How many of you in those two other buildings? How many of you over there in those multi-levels couple of business buildings in Boulder? Go MTV. How many of you over there? All of you put together couldn't figure out how to steal my intellectual property. Well, you copied some. That's all it is. It's just a copy. They think they're illuminated, Nora. Yeah, they think they're illuminated. But the thing is, the other thing is that the reason why shapeshifters and warlocks and dark priests, they also, used to do destiny swapping. So used to kill people, chop their souls, and live their destiny and take their destiny, their energy, meaning, and then have that abundance that individual had. These people over here in California, this Rosicrucian Fellowship in here, they use astrology. So they find people and their destiny through astrology and what they are meant to have and how it happens. So they wanted to trap me, and this is why he immediately asked me to provide him with my exact birthday down to a minute, so he can see where they can attack me, how they can attack me, and all of that stuff. So, but how far did you got on that half wheel, Jean? I give him half a wheel. Like, let me give you half a wheel and let's see how far you're gonna get on the half a wheel. I'm not gonna go too far. All right. So anyway, you guys, again, I'm here for a while and I've been there for a while. But anyway, I needed to provide this record, but also explain why. It's because they're attempting right now, and there's a lot of land that already went through healing. There's a lot of work that's been done, especially here in America, especially the Native Americans been doing a lot of ceremonies to heal the land. I've been to a lot of them myself. Last one I've been is the water blessing ceremony with the Native American shaman here. So that was beautiful back in March. So it's just the earth is healing right now, and you guys, and we can heal by grounding with it and finding that we're gonna feel a little bit different when we hit that spot that the earth is going through a change as well energetically. So we're going to start feeling it because this we are connected energetically. We have that cord to earth, that's energetic cord that sort of our soul can grow through. Okay. So thank you, you guys, for being here. And I know that a lot of you, because the attacks are on collective consciousness as well. So, like the witch covens and all of that, there's a full moon coming up. And so there is the portal, very powerful portal coming up in August. So they're going to be doing their thing as well. You guys, go find a satanic calendar and go look at what things coming up and for satanic now, satanist. It's on Google. You can Google satanic calendar, and they'll talk to you about when they can sacrifice who, like when there's need, on what moon there's needs to be a child, what moon there's needs to be a female, what moon there's needs to be a male, and all of that stuff. So they will, it's out there, it's all out there. And so yes, and that's the thing, you feel different. Like I used to ground a lot, and it used to take me days. I used to, and even when I was on YouTube on that time, I used to be gone for weeks going into the mountains and grounding in order to receive the information for sort of to inspire and because I am like I am here to bring in this Aquarian age and usher it in. This is why I was born in Aquarius. This is my sole purpose, is to usher in um the Aquarian age. And so I'm doing it on the spiritual level this time, and this is the last level sort of for me, because I've mastered in the physical form. I master infection in Egypt. But now I know who I was before the Egypt and how the infection happened in Egypt. So I learned a lot about myself through this experience. And even though it must have been, it sounds so negative, yes, being tortured by your government that's supposed to be America, land of the free and home of the brave. And when you take out a camera, just me, single camera, on the parking lot in Walmart, this is what triggered them. This is what triggered them. Camera at Walmart. And me, investigative journalist, looking for stuff to record. No, I was just recording the big sign that they put up when governor, too much shit coming out of his mouth, order everybody to put diapers on their face because he had too much shit coming out of his mouth. So he decided to put a diaper on, so not to feel lonely. He ordered all the rest of the Coloradans to put a diaper on their face, on their mouth. All right. So anyway, so the difference is right now it's like the presence and the earth, it's almost like it's the energy is very strong. And like I said, it all happened in like 20 minutes before I got home. I knew exactly what this is going to be all about today. Is because of the things that are pre-planned and things that are they will still do because that's all they know. That's all they know how to do, and they will continue to do. And the little ones, like the, the punchiki, or all the little guys that just do whatever they're told on the street and all of that. Keep your eyes closed. That this is a trap house. It says in their sign that it's a church. Just just let it be trap house in face of everybody, but let's just pretend that we're police investigators, that we can't figure out that it's a trap house. Oh, what kind of investigators are we? Oh, we can't. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, huh? Oh, you mean you got evidence that they do drug trafficking? Oh, we didn't know that. Oh, yeah, because I knew that because I went undercover, undercover journalist. That's why I know. You didn't know that? Oh, how good. You police, you don't know what's going on in your own town. Congratulations. Congratulations. So who are you serving? Who are you protecting? Oh. You're protecting your own ass and the secrets of this group. That's who you're protecting and serving. Yeah, Raymond, that's who your ass protecting. That's your fat ass is protecting this group and not people. Because if you can't see that it's a trap house, oh boy, are you in the wrong line of work? You're in the wrong line of work. Anyway, they don't like it when I tell them, karma's coming, bitches. Karma's coming. Anyway, curses can touch this. Okay? So, anyway, those of us that surrender to eternity and we follow our path, whatever we do for our ancestors, because we embody our ancestors. So, you, each and every one of you, you're on your individual path. You are achieving the mastery. You are on a master quest, and you're going to have your own depth of darkness to experience in order to shed a light on it, because you are that, you eternity. And so this is why, in order to bring the light, we do experience the dark, to rebalance it, because that's who we are, you guys. Because those of you that are here, oh, you've been through 40 days and 40 nights multiple times. I've been through the 1,000 days multiple times. But the process is, we think of it, the way I always presented, even when I talked about being a prophet and telling where the human consciousness, collective consciousness is going, because I have the ability to bring that information into this reality. So I speak the truth, and my own truth that I put out there publicly speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. So this is why my faith in eternity is unbreakable. And this is why those of you that are waiting and trying to help yourselves to end me, it only God. When God calls me, that's when I am ready, when I need to go. Everything else, I'm protected from it, because I have faith in eternity. And so each and every one of you guys who's here, you have faith in that eternity as well. I know it, because otherwise you wouldn't be here with me, because this would sound so crazy to you. You would be worried so much. What is this crazy lady talking about? But you guys, at the same time, I'm dealing with such a low vibrational operations. Like, the police even here, they were halfway setting me up for death on that land. I was like, whoa, even they are involved. It's like, whoa, they were halfway there. They were already there, preparing everything and setting documents up and everything, you guys. It's like, when you guys, when all of this is over with, and the whole truth is out.